So it's me, your little boy, Samson. Your presence change everything. The glory of God upon you rewrite their word, their expectation. Let me tell you two things. That is why it is very necessary for you as a choosing not to argue with people who don't understand where God is taking you to. You know what I'm saying? Things may be difficult now. People may reject you in one angle to another. But you don't need to blame them. Do you think when Jesus said to them, Father, forgive them for they don't know what they are doing. This is the word you're supposed to be using for those who make you feel like you can't do it. Maybe someone rejects you. Just say, don't speak much. Father, forgive them for they don't know what they are doing. Maybe some people are mocking you. Don't just try to argue. Father, forgive them for they don't know what they are doing. Maybe some people look down on you. What you need to say, Father, forgive them, for they don't know the thought you have towards me. For they don't know the expectation you have towards me. For they don't know the decree you have decreed before I was born. For they don't know what you have said concerning me before I come into this world. You know what I'm saying? That is why you need to understand. You don't need to argue with them. Because trust me, majority of people around you today are exactly so shocked because God decides to turn the table around for your good. Because God decides to turn your case around. God decides to settle your matter. Believe me, with what God is doing absolutely in your life, majority of people who have automatically hit in their heart, said within them that you will never prosper. Trust me, many of them today are wondering, how come you are doing what you are doing? How come you are excelling the way you are excelling? How come you are progressing the way you are progressing? How come you are succeeding the way you are now succeeding? Because it's something that they never expect from you. Is something, your presence, the glory of God, the anointed. The Bible says he will open door where there is no way. Through you, many people have come to understand that God can do the impossible. Because they mock the wrong person. They rejected the wrong person. That's why I used to tell people, do not be discouraged. No matter what you are going through, never you lead or come to that point where you start to feel less of yourself or start to feel unbelief, start to have that thought that how will God do this? Because trust me, there is nothing too hard. They may not tell you that they are scared. They may not tell you that they are wondering. They may not tell you that, how do you do this? How come you are able to cope? How come you are able to do this? How come you are able? But trust me, they are indeed so devastated. You know what I'm saying? Majority of people out there are absolutely so devastated because your present with the glory you carry rewrite everything. It changed the status. It changed it. They can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because by your move, by your fruit, they are seeing what God is doing. They are absolutely seeing the manifestations of God. That's what the Bible said, the earnest and expectations of the sons of God will not be cut short. So there are people who have mocked you. There are people who have moved you. There are people who have rejected you. There are people who have made mockery of you. But today, brothers, trust me, it is not what they thought it would be. It is not what they were thinking it would be. It is something that is unbelievable to them. Because God have decided to rewrite the case. God have decided to rewrite the statement. God have decided to rewrite the matter. And that is why they are accurately unhappy with you. That is why they are accurately scared of you. Because God have decided to turn your case around. Because you may be thinking that you are not doing well, but believe me, majority of people around you are shocked. How come you are doing what you are doing? You may be thinking that you are not doing what you ought to do, meaning you are not progressing the way you expect to progress. But trust me, majority of people are shocked. How come you are able to cope? How come you are able to excel? How come you are still making it despite of all that they have said behind you? Despite of all that they have did, Despite of all the evil plot that they have plotted, hoping and thinking that that will be the end of you, hoping and thinking that that will be the last of you. But God, in his own influence mercy, disappoint them. You know what I'm saying? God disappointed them, and that is why they are mad. God disappoint them. That is why they are sick. God disappoint them. That is why they are nervous at you. Because trust me, if it were to be that you are not doing well, they will never be nervous at you. They will have been rejoicing and celebrating. They will have been saying, this is what we thought. We have said it that he will never be able to do without us. We have said it that he will never be able to amount for something without us. But trust me, it is something that is hitting them deeply because you made it. It's something that is annoying them deeply because you succeed. Out of nothing, God made you something. Out of noble, without them, God put that content in you. You know what I'm saying? And that is why they are feeling so disappointed, because God embarrassed them by promoting you. Remain blessed.